Dear Dr. Body, my name is Bud Houston. I have a word I need to have with you. My wife had to go in for a colonoscopy. This is basically a wellness visit, something she wants to do every 5 years just to be safe. When she was in your office, she related to you that she had heartburn. So what you did is you told her, you scared the hell out of her with a story about esophageal cancer. And you said while she was in for the colonoscopy, you could run a scope down and check for any kind of problem in her esophagus. Well, she asked you, how much does that cost? Well, now your expertise is really cloudy because you said, well, I don't know exactly, but it's certainly going to be a lot less than if you had the procedure by itself. Okay, fine. And she said, well, if you can code it as a wellness examination, then it would be handled by your insurance. So she went in for the procedure. By the way, this procedure requires a separate anesthesia. It's something for the throat so that it doesn't get irritated, which, by the way, your anesthesiologist failed to administer. She was in for not very long. I note, by the way, that your billing managed to double bill the time on the floor. I'm sure this is a trick that you guys do on the insurance company and on us. What you didn't tell us about the procedure, about the cost, it would be about a quarter of our annual salary. Our annual income. That's pretty expensive. No wonder your memory was clouded. Okay, I imagine that doctors have a name for what kind of doctor you are to tell a scary story. By the way, and it wasn't covered by our insurance. It was not coded as a wellness examination. What is that name that doctors give doctors like you? What you did was unethical. It was immoral. It was criminal. I've talked to the legal people at Marietta Memorial, but as far as I'm concerned at this point, they are collaborators with you in this enterprise. And as such, it is a organized crime. Is that too heavy a word? Because it is certainly a crime, what you are doing. Marietta Memorial is taking over all of the medical practices in Marietta, replacing basically receptionists and clerical with their people, and they're doing all of the billing. They're not terribly competent at it, but it's kind of interesting that all the errors are always on the side of the hospital. When we explained to them that this was an extreme financial burden, they said, there's a safety net, we'll take care of that. So the next thing we got is we got an inquiry as to our savings, our IRAs. See, that's the way the social network works. They take all your money. They take your savings. They take your house. They take all of your property. And then the safety net catches you. Yeah, take that, Romney. Okay, with this in mind, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a Facebook page and establish a presence in Marietta, and I'm going to look for other people in this area to share their experiences with Marietta Memorial. And I think it's about time we fight back, because frankly, our politicians aren't going to do anything for us, especially not the Republicans, who are, by the way, kind of running their own private little show in this state. Thank you very much. We'll see how this goes. By the way, I imagine you can take some kind of legal action, but what are you going to do? The safety net already has me. Goodbye, Dr. Body.